What is better, a pin marking gauge or a wheel marking gauge? There are basically three types of marking gauges. You have the wheel, you have the knife, and you have these simple pins. A wheel is actually a knife. It's not supposed to rotate. It's just supposed to be a knife that you can use on any edge. I have a lot of different marking gauges, but the ones I use most often are generally the pin types. If I'm marking with the grain with a wheel or a knife, I have to be careful to go in the right direction, otherwise the grain will tend to want to make the knife go offline. Whereas with a pin, I don't worry about that as much. It tends to go where the pin wants to go rather than where the grain wants it to run. But when going cross grain, I use the knife or wheel because it severs the fibers. The pin tends to split them, and I don't get quite as clean a line with my pin marking gauge. And around 70% of the lines I draw are with the grain, and so because of that, I tend to use the pin marking gauges more often. It's one of the reasons why historically the pin marking knives are far more common in Western woodworking. But that's also because the pin is mightier than the knife.